Welcome. This video will show you how to create an answer key only test in Performance Matters. Once you're logged into Performance Matters, you want to go to Test, New Test, and then you're going to click on Answer Key Only on the right hand side. Once you've done that, you'll only choose one item to start with because the test will not allow you to save until you've given the answer key for every one of your items. So it doesn't matter if you just start with one item and add 20 or start with 20, but it's much easier to make sure that everything gets saved and nothing is lost if you just start with one item. Click OK. And from this point, you're able to name your tests. And we're just going to name this Practice Answer Key Only Test. It's always a good idea to put the acronym of your school in the title at the beginning so it's easy to locate. And it's a good idea to always name your test by your subject. So the title is easier to find. Here, I'm going to put this is a practice test. And once again, this is not required to put an assessment description, but it's a good idea so that you know exactly what the test is when you go to use it. The assessment category that you will choose will be Teacher Created Test. The course type will be the subject matter that you teach. So if it is language arts, it would be reading. If it's math, it's going to be math. If it's science, it's going to be science. The only difference would be if you have a specific course like biology, algebra, or geometry. You would want to choose those. And then, of course, I believe U.S. history is another one that you want to be careful about. If you are teaching a vocational course, you would choose vocational. If you're teaching Spanish, French, or another world language, you would choose world language. For today, I'm just going to choose math. You will always want to make sure you choose the grade level that you are teaching, and maybe one above and one below in case if you're in secondary, you might have a student that may be above or below the specific grade level. I'm just going to choose grade 5 for today. Next thing you choose is your performance band. I always choose the state testing band because that resembles what FSA testing looks like. There are multiple bands, and you can even create a band if you would like. The next thing I go to is administration. Here, you are going to click private, or if you are a teacher, private is automatically chosen. You're not going to see this button. It's just automatic. If you need to share the test with somebody, then that's a whole nother lesson. What you want to do is you want to set your window, set it a day before. Notice it defaults for 1 month, a day before and a day after when you want to set it. So if I want a 2-week window, then I just narrow it down to 2 weeks. I'm going to leave it like it is for today. You also might want to set the availability so that students can take it just during the school day. So 7 to 3:59 is a good time to set that. And then you click Apply because it does not apply until you tell it to. Again, I want to make sure I save. I do that often just so I don't lose anything. Notice the message it gave me that I cannot save without a correct response. So I'm going to go ahead and stick in my correct response for this one just so I can save it. Once I do that, then the danger will go away. Now I can start building my test. There are many options. You always start with the A, B, C, D unless you have a different pattern that you would like to use. For this test, I can also choose the type of question that I want. And You can choose different item types. The three most common are multiple choice, extended text, and numeric grid. Multiple choice and numeric grid will be computer graded. If you choose extended text, a rubric has to be inserted, and that will have to be graded by the teacher. As far as the answer set, we've already set that at A, B, C, D. And over here you have a standard alignment. And this is autofill. So if you start out with a math standard, I'm just going to type in just the first math standard that comes up. But it will auto-populate, and you can choose the math standard that you would like to align the question with. That question is set. Here, you can also add more items by clicking on Add the Item, and I'm going to add 5 questions. I'm going to go ahead and choose a different type of question right here. I'm going to choose a numeric grid. Once you choose numeric grid, you're going to choose Edit. You're going to decide how many columns that you need. So I'm going to choose 6 columns. I'm going to include a row for the decimal point, and I'm going to include a row for fraction. And then I will set my answer, and I'm going to say my answer is going to be 123.1. And you can see the answers right here for you to preview. Then you click OK. Here it shows what your answer is. You can hover over it and see what the grid looks like. On this one right here, I'm going to choose extended text. And notice that this comes up. This is for you to choose a rubric. I went ahead and just put in a basic math rubric. And let me see if that will come up. It's under General Mathematics, and it's just an answer key only math rubric, and it's just very basic, and it allows it to either have 1 point or 0 points, so no errors or incorrect. So it's very, very basic, and I will choose that. And for my answer key only answer, it is extended text, and again that would have to be graded by the teacher. And then for my last, I'm just going to choose another multiple choice, and then I'm going to save my test. And here you have a simple answer key only with 3 different options for item type. Multiple choice, numeric with a grid response, extended with a basic rubric, and another multiple choice. I'm able to preview what my answer key looks like or what my scan sheet looks like. I would click on Scan Sheet Preview. And that should come up shortly. I think it's right here behind this button. There we go. It comes up as a PDF, and you can see here's the area right here where the extended response would be, and here is the gridded response. And this one is multiple choice, and this one is multiple choice. In my next video, you can take a look at how to add a worksheet or a PDF to the test so that you can actually take the test online and have the worksheet on the left-hand side and the answers on the right-hand side. Again, this was just a very quick preview of how to do an answer key only test. Thank you and have a good day.